Mammoth again. Were you expecting anybody else? Yeah, was it yesterday? Yeah, I watched the gypsies, and they're gypsies, but they don't know where the gypsies are. So yeah. Anyhow, I thought I'd do a little thing and go through the pictures of the Forrest Fenn's Trove, the Trove of art that is drawn in his book. And when you read the book, you read it from the front to the back. But if you're a kid, you don't know better. You look at the pictures from the back to the front, you know? You just are looking at the pictures. So, there's forward and backward. To George Washington, he's faced one way on the portrait and another way on the dollar. So, these things are important. And I do have my breathing I got a paper towel, little piece of paper towel roll holding the mouth open, and I can breathe right through that. and it doesn't fog up in here bad. So, just got to keep that tube right under my lip where I can breathe right through it. So, so what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna I can get the I had it on here. What do I do with it? Oh no. And I'll get my pictures, little slideshow I got set up. I hope I got everything in order. When you're in Windows File Manager, you tell it to sort it by name, and it still refuses to. It still puts them by damn date. Dang it! Because I'm trying to organize my slides, number to 01 through through number 26, and then when you're trying to look at to see if they're in order, it's like, here's what the ones from today, and here's the ones from last week, and here's last month, and here's the previous year, and it's like, you idiots! I said sort it by name. Ignore the damn date, Jeez. Computers, pretty soon, they're going to be totally worthless. You have to write everything down by pencil because the computer will refuse to write what you want. It's going to say that word has been outlawed. You can't use that word anymore. Okay. Enough of that rant. Okay. So let's get back to where's my pictures? Oh, is this Willie? Yeah. Yeah, it's Willie Mammoth. And I had a folder called Trove. Did I? No. These glasses, I can get the glasses lined up with the bifocals. I've got to order some just reading glasses. And then I don't have to line the bifocals up with the eye holes. Oh man, how does it do that to me? I put it in there. Huh. Yeah. So. What the heck? Oh, stupid computers, man. I made a folder, and I just put them all in there. And after I close the folder, I can't find the dang thing. Oh, man. Not that one, dang it. This is a pain in my butt. I had the folder open too. Oh. I'll get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Let's see. Let's go and try recent files because I won't go. Oh. Woo. Oh, is it under art? Trove. Hmm? This thing's trying to fall apart on me, you know? So, yeah, I'm still trying to find that dang thing. Dang it, I thought I was ready to go live. Okay. RTN. No. Not in that folder. Not in that folder. Not in that one. Not in that one. Oh, I said close that. Dang it. Oh. Tombs. Slides. Calendars. Oh, man, this is terrible. It was all set up. Huh. Oh, I can't believe this. There it is. All right. Now we got to find that. See, because it's sorting them by dang gosh. Name. 01A. Okay, there we go. Oh, open with. Photo viewer. We're ready to go now. I just got to turn the camera around. And you see that, like I said, the drawings, you read the book from the front to the back. The drawings go from the back to the front. Recent files, quick search. Quick search. Okay. Okay. Already, yeah, that's why I found them. So, yeah, we're going in here. Okay, so the last drawings in the book is him at the log here. And dang, I kind of just put that because I forgot that it was associated with this one, and I kind of put it on the end. Oh, we're going. Okay. So, and then, here's where I was camped. And there's the logs. There's field of logs. Boom. It's almost the same thing, Okay. And, this is another campsite I was at right near there. This is at Tired and Weak. Woo. You got him. Come on, screen. Dang, phones. Okay. And I want to unplug the phone so I got more mobility on it. I don't want it. We've run out of cord. So, I made that. This picture from the campground. Kept them out and put them on the thing. Here's the biddy's boy down here and the bird in the crescent. And there's several of the bird in the crescents. Like this. This is here's, because the signs are everywhere. So there's this bird in the crescent. And there's, bird in the crescent here. Here's a big eagle head that's up on the hillside. And that thing's, 100 feet from bottom to top. He's a big eagle. This here is an eagle, too, in here. And it's, it's an eagle design. They landscape these rocks. Here's an eagle in a crescent. Oh, come on. Drag, computer. When I drag. So, see, there's the eagle in the crescent. This can even be an eagle up here, too. And then, where's that one? There's a lot of this. This is a moon, another moon symbol. Alpha, omegas. Omegas, moons are omegas, and elephants are omegas. That's looks like a face there, but in other words, it's something in there. There was something that looked like a bird. See that guy sitting in here? Look at him sitting. See his eyes and nose and mouth. See, and his arms are crossed here. There's just a lot. They landscaped this area. The ancient people. There's a lot of stuff up there. Okay, next picture. The bird and the crescent again. The eagle and the crescent. And also this remember this picture because it ties into this shape here, this oval that the eagle's sitting in, is the hand of the guy that's standing over the marbles. When you take that picture and overlay it over this this feature in nature here, that you see that it lines up with the rock carving perfectly. The two guys standing over the marbles. Okay, now we move on to the next drawing. Supposedly someone told me, George O'Keeffe's in there, and that's in the book where the fold is. That I took the fold out in this. I matched it, so it's left out that fold. I don't believe that be baloney ball, but you gotta. He was, the biddies accused him of not being able to cross the street, and but it's just like those people down there, them gypsy kissers. They draw their line at the Colorado border. They're unable to leave New Mexico. He's kind of he put a border wall up at the Colorado border and eliminated 3 of Forrest Fenn's 4 states that he said it could be in. And so basically, right there, fatal error in treasure hunting, eliminating possibilities that are still possibilities. That's the number one mistake. So what you got to do is you got to cross the line. You come on up here to Colorado, kind of. Okay. So, and I did kind of find, I didn't put the picture of this on there. Okay, now that's out of place because I'm going to skip over that. That belongs in another end of the slide. Here's, again, in the thing where the eagles is where his hands are clasped here. When you put lay this over the picture of that rock cropping, and they fit right in there perfectly in there, and the thing is just full of omegas and stuff. And here you see the omega shape, the arch, like the tombstone. No, don't turn off. Freaking phone. See, my phone just tried to turn off on me. Verizon. Let's stop him. Stop him. Shut him up. Yeah, so I just plugged in power. So let's see if I get cut off, it's because of Verizon telling my phone not to charge and letting it go dead when it's been plugged in all day. Okay, so here we go. Let's get right back in order. This belongs at the other end too. So does that. So does that. Okay, we are to this one. So this is we got the fighter jet, and he's dropped his napalm bombs here, and they're going to hit this bunker. These are the ZPU gun that shot him down, and and in the background of that, you see the hills and the canyon and the arrow pointing. Like this is a blaze, I believe, and you want to find this where he crashed his plane, where they picked him up, whatever. It's something to do with all that. It relates to that. And here you go. You see up here, there's an American flag. One of these right here, and it says, I want to zoom in. Boop. I don't know if this one will show it. This isn't the clear picture of it.
So we'll just keep going. So this is a ZPU gun that's in the field on the treasure hunt. It's at a place I refer to as Tired and Weak. It's and you see what it is there's this round rock and the oval boulder on the other side here. See, it's an oval, and then one gun is laying down because his buddy took the thing out. And so usually both, see, this gun here would be a gun that's a log, but that one there is still up, and this one's down because his buddy bombed it and destroyed it. You know. Then we go on to the page 99, and you got Sully back here at the helicopter, and he's here holding up the Frenchman's tombstone with the saying on it, and that is directly related to this. This is him, his tombstone. He's holding the tombstone. Miss Ford had a face like a can opener, so does Forrest Fenn's totem. And you can see on the face of the totem, there's Forrest Fenn. There's his profile. See the eye in his front of his nose. See, we can. There's Forrest Fenn right there. And he's got the same eyebrows and all, man. That's him. So, what do you think? That's Forrest Fenn. But the other thing is, well, we're going to get to it, and maybe I'll have to come. I won't have to come back, because right here is the boy under the tree with the pie, except he doesn't have a pie. He has a box. He has a box. Here's his arm hole coming over. He's sitting there, his leg underneath, and it's just like the boy in the drawing, except this is more like a doughboy, you know. But look at that. There's a box right there. Now, he says you don't have to break anything to get to the treasure. So don't go busting up. These are 14,000-year-old sculptures. And it's very ancient archaeology. So don't go busting it up. So, you know, this is the totem. This is a totem. There's another face, actually, over here that Forrest said was George Washington. That's George Washington there, he said. But you see his arm comes down over. Here's his hand. You see his fingers. And what's he holding? He's holding the tombstone. And right there is the arrowhead. You see that reddish right in the middle? That's the arrowhead. That's his arrowhead, his favorite thing, you know. So here's the tombstone, an arrowhead, and there's all kinds of figures all over this stuff, you know. You can find more than that. But you only see the arm coming down and over there and holding this stuff. You know, and I've been all over this thing with my metal detector and everything, and that's not in there, you know. Because this was the first totem, the first sculpture I found. And when I found 2, 3 more, I go, oh, they're all. Then I got to look at everything, you know. So here we go again, and then. Here's Sully's helicopter. It's 3 miles from the other thing there. So it's like in the movie The Birds, the schoolhouse was 5 miles from the town. Those kids ran 5 miles. No, they showed it looked like right down the street, you know. But see, this is a helicopter. You can see the rotors across there, the cabin, the tail coming out here into the tree. And this is at a place where Bessie's tail comes out. This is the knot of Bessie's tail. Her tail comes around. This is her tail whipping around the helicopter, you know. So that's where that is. Because when I get to Bessie, I'm not going to shoot, because it's something you can see on Google Earth. It's a Google Earth picture. These are my photographs. You're not going to find these on Google Earth. So it is, you know, of course, the Frenchman's tombstone. The Frenchman is a clue. He said there were hundreds of them. Look for hundreds of dead Frenchmen. Not in Laos, Vietnam, nope. Okay, the good old boys, whatever. There's all kinds. This, I think, represents one of the tombs. There's all kinds of tombs with all kinds of people laying down, looking up at the stars, and You know, people's with their arms up in the air and celebrating, and even in a hurry to get to Anubis, the god of the dead, to usher them to heaven. You know, it's a typical scene in the. We get the Buffalo Cowboys. There's like a Model A, and no roof on it. It's got the bucket in the back. He was sitting on a couch spring in the back, where I found the Model A cowl in the D of wood. Below where the cowl was at the creek was a seat cushion spring. You know, they used to have like springs like in a mattress in seat cushions, and I found one of them springs by the creek. But we're getting to it. Here's the Model A cowl. He says, I took a .50 caliber to the nose when he got shot down. Boom. You know, right here is the .50 cal to the nose. But this is actually an exit. You see the metal's bent out. It just is .50 cal size. It was maybe a .38 or something that was on the inside of it. It had the little sides and stuff. I've got this cowl part. These pieces. You might find them in the woods near here where I found this. Yeah, I'll be on there. I'll be on there tonight. This is my little preview show, because really they are totally on the wrong track with their New Mexico thing. You know, they don't have it. They're totally off. They're way off, and they've eliminated all of the correct possibilities. So here's this. You know, I've got it on the back of my RV. It's not on the. It's laying on the ground. I got 5 acres, and I got it stored there now. Yeah, they are. They're off. This picture, don't really find much relating to it. It's just that where you start, it's quite a ways to the end of the chase, you know. It's not a quick chase. It's too far to walk. You want to drive it. That's the Atari part, is because you're taking the Atari road. Now we got Skippy's helicopter. You know, the gearbox contraption that he made and all that. And some of it flipped and it rolled over and parts flew everywhere. So here's the parts have flown everywhere. There's his helicopter back there, the gearbox back there. His helicopter gearbox right there. You can see the gear wheels, and it's a off a wrecker truck that had, I guess, come down the hill, and it's a gearbox. It's an actual gearbox. So it's what Forrest said, a gearbox. And so the parts are strewn all over up here, and it's been there, who knows, probably since the 50s or so. Here it is again. That's the gearbox, Skippy's helicopter. Here's the boy under the log, like I told you, and except on the rock, he's got a square pie thing. Or he doesn't have it. His pie turned square like the treasure box. And then the gypsies, You see, she's doing that Egyptian dance thing with the hand, the bent wrist, the elbow bent, stuff like that. She doing? Well, these gypsies, they're... I'm almost tempted to tell people where exactly the gypsies are, because they're not near the treasure. The one thing we'll find you is this is Fred Harmon's gypsy wagon. If Forrest mentions Fred Harmon in his new book. So this is a gypsy wagon at Fred Harmon's, and those gypsies are closer to this gypsy wagon than the treasure. This gypsy wagon is not close to the treasure. It's a distance. It's a drive. You're not going to walk it. but it's one of the first clues, and it's a clue to Warm Waters Halt. Okay, here's the gypsies. You see, there's the arm. Here's the arm coming up and the hand up here. See her face right in there. That's the gypsy. My phone does not focus. Very good. Let's make her bigger so that... there we go. See, there's her face in there. You see her? See her? Oh, let's get my name. There's her nose. There's her eye. There's her chin. So that's her head in there. Okay, and this is her arm come up. And her hand over here. Oh, she's got fingers almost. And then the other girl over here. Boom. There's the second girl right here. And see, she's got her hand, she's clapping her hands up there in front of her face. These are the girls dancing on Forrest Fenn's gypsy thing. This is what it's about. It's about archaeology, ancient ruins. These are the gypsies. I mean, the evidence, nobody else has anything that even comes close to my evidence. There's the gypsy. It's all about drugs. Yeah, you're on them. I know that. This isn't about drugs. These are for real. And if you can't see it, you're a damn idiot. I'm not going to put up with little troll assholes. Remember that. Okay? Here's the biddies boy. I don't think we were to that yet, but this got snuck in. Like I said, I didn't know if they'd come up in the right order. Get on it. There's the marbles again. And see, I got this is... So his phone trying to power off again. What is with dang Verizon? Okay, so here's the guy and his hands coming down. Here's the other hand. This is where the eagle is in these hands that are coming down this crack here. See, that the arm, this is that shape, that arch shape, and the arm coming down across it here. So, the white stuff is the start from the drawing. I'm going to cruise through this because my phone's trying to turn off. At Bessie, and that's where the helicopter's tied up. And then we get to this, the Rockwell kid and the father. See the father? You can see his glasses coming down. This is his brown hair. This is the father's face. Here's the kid sitting there. The father's got his arms out. He's lecturing the kid, just like in the drawing. And then we got him again right here. Boom. Same, but this is, maybe almost a mile away. And here's the Rockwell boy, except he's got a little guy here reaching into his head. You see his eye socket here. He's got a fist in his eye here. And the other fist is down here. Here's his hair up here. So, that's the boy, right? Boom. You can't deny this. Yeah. Okay, so what? There's one thing, right? I accidentally advanced somehow. There's one. You show me one picture. No, I'm not showing you one. I got 25 different things. This is, so hear me. Here's a skull. Here's an ear. And this is an ear horn. So hear me all and listen good. I give you title to the gold. Okay? So, this is one of the drawings, but this is out of the poem. This represents, hear me all and listen good. This is the rabbit, that is also The wood, OOD of wood. The W would be above his ears. But if you rotate that to the left, that's OOD. That's the D. And the Model A cowl was found in the D. That's brave and in the wood. You had to be brave and in the wood to ride with Skippy in that car tied to a buffalo. This is the Blaze Fenn in the fish with the 2 fish hooks. Double blazes. These are also the cow udders. These are middle fingers in here, and this is a hearth, and you see the red ochre for the that makes it a red flaming. It looks, and there's a little guy sitting in there looking at the fire. But those are 2 middle fingers sticking up. That's what that represents. And you turn it upside down, and it's cow udders in cats. This is an atomic bomb. You see the mushroom cloud up here and the cloud going up to it? That's the atomic bomb. That's near the wood. And wood is just art. This is an eagle. And it's an eagle's nest. Maybe, if there's an eagle up there on the side of the hill, it must be an eagle's nest. So, the clues are all over the place. And it's which one is there's the eagle again. See, that's an eagle. This is his beak here. There's his eye, the top of his head. That's a bald eagle. That's what that is. And this is Too Far to Walk. And we got the pair of legs here, walking. That's the alpha, the alpha. Okay, that's the alpha. And then right above the alpha is the omega. But look at the omega. It's Forrest Fenn sitting up there. See that bird he's sitting on? He's flying. He's on that bird. He's flying. And there's a fishing line coming out here and dropping down in here. And there's this was one of the things. There's a fake treasure, and here's a fish here. And his hook hangs right down here. He's trying to hook the treasure or this fish here. See that fish? That's a fish shape. That's the fish mouth right there. See, there's a fish. So, and there's the fake treasure. That's a decoy. There's lots of decoys. And you see, that's Forrest Fenn fly fishing. That's him fly fishing. This is a big bird, and this is wing coming down here because his wings are down. Birds don't always have their wings up. Sometimes they're straight down. And he's sitting there. I sent him an email. I said, Forrest Fenn, is that you flying a dodo bird? Don't turn off. Oh. Yeah, my phone is giving me. So we're close to the beginning here. That was that. This is his driftwood, and this is the actual right below the blaze. It's got, you see the knees up and on the stump here or whatever. And he's looking up, and there's another bird and a crescent above him also. So these are things you got. There's Moses. Here's Moses sitting on the second step of the stairs. And there's the Moses by the blaze, standing on the second terrace of the Mammoth Temple, standing on top of a mammoth and parting the Rocky Mountains. So, okay, here's, I don't know, this is a sculpture. This is a guy, boom, and there's that tail thing coming up. One of these guys' hats had some tail thing I saw, where, and it could be, this one, I don't know. But, it's just, it was by the, and you see, here's the same thing. This is this guy. He's up here. He's right there. And then the other boy, he's right here. That's how close they are. And there's other figures in these other rocks too, but we're not going there. Here's his airplane. Boom. Boom. Look at that. That's on the rock natural. This thing has his fuel tank hanging under the wing. Here's the wing coming down. Here's the tail fin. There's a cockpit. That's his airplane. And we're back to the beginning. Okay, we made it through the whole thing there. Well, let me see here. I'll get set back up here. Because, I
Jumped in a phone booth and went back to being myself for a little bit there. All right. So, that's the undeniable evidence. Try and debunk that, man. You can't. You cannot debunk it. It's the right place. And I haven't even told you guys the whole progress of the poem from here, how I get from here to here, and it's all absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. Don't have a... where's my thing, huh? I had a... There we go. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that because my phone's trying to die on me. Y'all have a good day. Happy hunting.